Welcome back everyone to call sign Charlie Models for the P-47 1/32 scale from Hasegawa. Today we will be working on decals. Got a couple of my tools laid out. I got everything that needs to be decaled already set out. I put all the other bits away in a little bin for later. But so we have the main fuselage, flaps, engine, cow flaps, propellers, doors, one engine hatch, and that's it for what all needs to be decaled. And there's not too many decals to go on this aircraft, unlike the F4 Phantom, which, as you know, has about a cajillion decals to go on it and takes 3 days of decaling. So got my water ready, and one of the tools I like to use for decaling, and this is a lifesaver, is it's a candle warmer from Walmart. Cost 13 bucks 10 years ago, so who knows how much it costs now, but it's been used, as you can see, and it still works great. I put my bowl of water, I just use a kitchen bowl, and it keeps my water warm for decals all day. I've literally used it for 8-9 hours at a time, and the water was just as warm 9 hours later as it was when I first started. So it does help a lot with not having to get up and change the water all the time. So we're gonna get started with the decals. I'm gonna start with the cowling, get all this done, and then after that we'll come in with some micro saw to get the decals melted to the fuselage. And then after that we'll do a clear coat to protect it, and then we'll come in with the panel lining and some oils for exhaust streaks, and then after that all of that will be done, and then we'll move on to part 4. So I'll get the decaling done and be right back with you. Okay, and we're back. Decals are done. Protective gloss coat over all the decals to make sure that they don't go anywhere or get damaged when I'm doing the weathering is applied and dried. So looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, so up next we're going to be doing the panel lining, which I'll be doing. Alright, so that is the weathering of the P-47 all finished. So we got the weathering done with the panel lines using the Tamiya black panel line accent color, and then on the belly we got some exhaust stains going down the sides using Abtalung 502 oils, using the Starship Filth and the cream brown colors. So got all that done. Then I did a gloss coat on all the aluminum using the Alclad gloss, and then I used the Alclad matte coat on the olive drab, the painted on part. So the anti-glare shield, the stars and bars, the stripes, the red on the cow, and then the lettering. So it kind of knocked down the glare on that to make it look painted on. So we got all that done, and then I went ahead and attached the engine and engine cowls. So you can see how much of the engine you can see, and you're going to be able to see even less when the propeller is on. So up next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by adding the guns, and then we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to add the fuel tank and the landing gear doors, and then I'm going to let that set overnight so it can fully cure. And then tomorrow we will be adding the flaps, the canopy, and the propeller, and that will be it. So, and then that'll be the build finished. So I'll be back here a minute once I get the guns and the landing gear all assembled, and then we'll see you next time. Alright, and that's a wrap for the Hasegawa 132nd P-47D. Look, no hands. P-47 was a good, fun, easy build. Didn't have many fit issues. There were a couple minor ones, but easy enough to handle. So all in all, really good build. The Kits World decals went down with no issues whatsoever. Earlier in the video I said what paints I used and how I painted. So all in all, really happy with the build. Only thing I'm kind of not happy about is one of the gun barrels that I was putting in. I was using the metal barrels, so I had to drill out a hole in the back of the gun well to get it to fit, and I thought it was glued in all the way and settled, and I went to turn the aircraft around and the gun barrel fell into the wing and not to be found. So I get a little rattle every time I pick up the airplane. But again, really happy with this. Like I said earlier, you can't see any of the engine, or very little of the engine when it's all done. I'll take some better pictures and put them at the end of the video. But all in all, again, really happy with this build. Fun build with the aluminum and the invasion stripes. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for pictures after of the cockpit, engine, and some more detailed pictures. Again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button for reminders of when I post new videos. So until next time, stay frosty. Have a good day.